following is a special presentation of ESPN on ABC.
There is nothing quite like Indianapolis. The day, the race, the spectacle. Welcome to the 102nd running of the Indianapolis 500, the pre-race show presented by Pennzoil. We are live on ABC, once again on ABC for the 54th year. Hi there, I'm Nicole Briscoe. Over the next several hours, these 33 drivers will write a story. And for one, the ending will be career-defining. This is a big day that requires a superhero, like Thor, the actor Chris Hemsworth. He's here in Indy. He will wave the green flag to start the day. Kelly Clarkson will sing the national anthem. And local favorite Victor Oladipo of the Indiana Pacers. He will lead the field to green by driving the pace car. There is a certain amount of respect given to the speedway as she comes to life on a race morning. It's a quiet calm and then the noise as teams begin their final preparations. Cars are now on the grid. Drivers are making their way to pre-race ceremonies, seeing for the first time the crush of fans. For one driver, this place is also his childhood. Ed Carpenter, he grew up in Indianapolis. He attended his first race here when he was 8. He used to actually work at the golf course inside the track, too. In fact, he crashed a few of those golf carts along the way. But he has been clean this month, and Dr. Jerry Punch, he was fastest when it counted, too.
Well, for the third time in his career, Ed, you had the fans standing and screaming with approval as you won the pole here at Indianapolis. And I know you're still searching for that first victory. So today, how do you translate pole day speed to race day results?
It's going to be a totally different day. You know, the conditions are going to be very challenging today. You can feel the heat standing out here already. The track temp's probably going to be as high as we've seen all month. So it's going to be a fight for all of us. You know, we're going to all have to manage our car and traffic and whatever circumstances get thrown at us. But, you know, I feel like we're battle tested right now. I feel like the team's prepared and, you know, hopefully have good pit stops, and we'll do our best to keep it up front.
Your fellow drivers have said with this current aero package, it's really important to start up front. So how hard will you push early to stay there?
I mean, I think everyone's going to be working hard to get to the front. You know, I think where it's going to get difficult is just not knowing where the yellows are going to fall. You know, if you get a mid-stant yellow, you know, you're going to see the field get split, and it's going to be a tough decision. So hopefully we'll be able to stay at the front, though.
Well, it was a week ago today that Ed Carpenter won the pole here at Indianapolis, and it's important to understand that qualifying at Indy here is not just about speed, it's about emotion.
The Indianapolis Motor Speedway on bump day, the drama and tension of setting the 33 who will compete in next Sunday's Indianapolis 500-mile race. Drivers scrambling to be in the 33-car field. So here is James Hinchcliffe. He is tracking as the slowest of the cars.
Lap number 4 in the books for Connor Daly. He is 32nd quick for now, bumping James Hinchcliffe from the starting field.
Pippa Mann is on the track now, on the outside, looking in.
He just doesn't seem to be carrying a lot of speed.
So Pippa Mann and company will have to come back and try again. 13 minutes and change left to go.
Boy, I can feel the tension just sitting here. He's trying to empty his head of everything.
The 2016 pole winner.
He's having to fight to get the last place on the grid.
Very, 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 very bad vibration. I got a pit. Copy pit.
And the track will become available to Pippa Mann. And all James Hinchcliffe can do is sit, listen to his heartbeat, and watch the seconds tick away.
James Hinchcliffe is not going to qualify for this year's Indianapolis 500.
Well, standing here with James Hinchcliffe, and okay, let's talk about the fact that as hard as it was on bump day, how hard was it the next day when all the other drivers were getting back in their car and you weren't?
It's a weird thing. It's weird being at a racetrack and not driving, even if you're not supposed to be in the race. So being at a racetrack and not driving when you really should be in the race is tough. There's no doubt about it. But it was a good kind of, you know, dip your toe in the water of what it's going to be like today. Today's going to be tough. There's no doubt about it. But, you know, I'm really proud of this team. I'm proud of my teammates. I'm going to be obviously cheering them on, helping any way I can. But, yeah, it's going to be a tough day for sure.
All right, there were efforts to get you into a car after that day, which would have meant you're taking the place of some other driver. How close did that get?
Honestly, that was all done so far above me, I don't even know. I told them I really want to be left out of that. like I said, you know, from the beginning, I was mentally preparing to not be in the race from the minute that gun went off, because that's what I needed to do for me. And I guess there were some discussions. I'm not sure who they were with or how far they got, but ultimately, you know, I think we did what we had to do, and we're going to take our lumps, we're going to put our heads down and go to Detroit and try and win 2 races there.
Yeah, different kind of survival for James Hinchcliffe today. And of course, one of the key things is the fact that the Indy 500 isn't just a race. It is the crown jewel of what can only be described as the greatest day in racing.
Calling all race fans, gearheads, and speed freaks. Your time has come. Welcome to the fastest day of the year. 3 iconic races, 3 legendary tracks, 1 unbelievable day. Sunrise brings racing royalty to the gilded streets of Monaco. Midday promises 500 miles of immortality if you're first to cross the famed Yard of Bricks. And the day ends with an unbelievable endurance test under the lights in Charlotte. If you love the smell of fuel and the taste of victory milk, you, my friend, are in high-octane heaven. The Formula One Monaco Grand Prix, the Indianapolis 500, and the Coca-Cola 600. Today's speed has no limit.
Performance car like this, when pushed to the limit, won't settle for anything less than Pennzoil Synthetics. Designed to give you complete protection for top engine performance. Pennzoil Synthetics. Make the switch.
Strong legs of lumber and arms of steel. Eats a bowl of hammers at every meal. It can hold your house in the palm of his hand. He's your home man, not home man. Big Jim got you covered. Great Big Jim, there ain't no other.
So, this is covered, right?
Yes, ma'am. Take care of it for you right now.
Giddy up!
Hi, this is Jamie. We need some help.
The middle seat, rough if you're on vacation, but the best seat in the house if you're at Outback. Introducing the Aussie 4-Course, starting at $15.99. Hurry into Outback Steakhouse now, because the Aussie 4-Course won't last long. Outback Steakhouse, Aussie rules.
Now, back to Kick Crusade.
You didn't get a truck to do binge-watching stuff? So get some Firestone tires and go do truck stuff. Try Firestone tires for 30 days. If you don't love them, we'll refund or replace. Whatever you drive, drive a Firestone.
Mix and match the flame-grilled Whopper with crispy chicken or spicy crispy chicken. The 2 for $6 mix or match deal, only at Burger King.
The Indianapolis 500 Free Race Show, presented by Pennzoil on ABC. Pennzoil, make the switch to Pennzoil Synthetics today. And in part by Progressive Insurance. Stay on track with great rates at progressive.com.
Back in the day, all the naughty pictures came from the old Turn 1 Snake Pit. They shut it down because there is Rowdy and then there is Snake Pit Rowdy. I'm not sure it's actually much calmer there today. You still need to be a proper grown-up to be there. It is much tamer where I am right now. This has always been my favorite place to watch from IMS. It's the grassy knoll in Turn 2. Like, grab a blanket, maybe a beverage, sit down, and when the cars come by, you feel it in your soul. Now, for reference, I'm in Turn 2. In theory, Turn 3 is just right over there, except not really on this day, because on this day, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway actually becomes the second largest city in Indiana. We're talking 300,000 people, the 64th largest city in the U.S. just for this day. So big that it becomes bigger than 53 countries in the world. Now, I'm not judging. Okay, maybe a little bit. But I think where you choose to watch this race might say a little something about you. In all of my years coming here, I have never been brave enough to go where Marty Smith is right now.
Welcome to the Snake Pit, Nicole. It's funny, the Indianapolis 500, an American sporting institution. And somewhere within that portrait of Americana are these wild people. The Snake Pit, down in turn 3. Look, this is its own tradition. They've been racing cane in the infield here since the 1920s, and the stories are every bit as epic as A.J. Foyt, Rick Mears, or Al Unser. It is crazy out here. This is the rowdy crowd. Let's head over to the sophisticated bunch and got punch.
Not a fan of sitting in race traffic with over 200,000 of your closest friends, but still want to be here early enough to enjoy the energy of this spectacle? Try this, glamping, glamorous camping. This year, 72 tents complete with beds, furniture, electricity, and 15 air-conditioned tiny houses. Prices start about $1,300 for a party of 4 in a tent. The key word there is party. But here's the best part, folks. We're right in the middle of the action. Who's ready to see some drivers?
Can you imagine the emotions today for Danica Patrick? She is back at the place that made her a household name. Remember 2005 when she took the world by storm, in the lead late and finished 4th as a rookie behind Dan Weldon? Today she is back for the first time in 7 years, but also for the final time, period, the end. Her driving career comes to an end when her race does today. The first woman to win an IndyCar Series race, Japan in 2008. She finished 3rd here back in 2009. Back in 2018 to close the book. Here's Hannah Storm.
Can't think of a better place to end than here, where it all began, and just come really full circle.
Why was it so important to you to end your career here?
Good memories, a lot of memories, period, all brought together for one last race. And so it's going to be an emotional race day, but I'm going to try and have as much fun as possible and go out with the best possible finish I can manage.
What do you remember the most about being here as a rookie and leading those 19 laps?
I just remember feeling so humble because it was easy. Like, it just was. The car was good. It was really fast. Like, I just remember it being easy. And I remember thinking, just stay humble. Like, there's no way it can be this easy all the time. If there's one thing that I've learned about life in general, but especially this track and its history and its life that it has here, is like, don't be too cocky.
Look at this! And the crowd is jumping up and down. Look at this, it's absolutely amazing.
Danica Patrick has moved out into the front. Danica Patrick is for real, and she leads.
Why do you think that what you were able to accomplish here at Indy, why did it resonate so strongly outside of your sport?
I mean, that's a great question. I don't really know, other than the fact that there's only a couple things that one, I'm always honest, and so I think people can connect with that. They see that, they feel that.
And the trailblazing aspect to what you've done.
I'm a girl.
By the way.
Yeah. If I would have thought of myself as being different and being a girl and how am I doing for a girl, well, then that would have been the gauge, right? And then my mind would have been fixated on that limit or that potential, and it never has been.
Have you made it easier for women who have dreams in the sport?
Our mind is incredibly powerful, so as soon as you think that you can do something, you can. That's really the teaching. Not me doing something. Me doing something doesn't make you able to do something, right? You have to believe it. And so there are going to be skeptics and there are going to be believers from the very beginning, and then it's how you deal with the situation, you know?
What are you going to be able to do that you haven't been able to do that you're really excited about?
I'm excited to just have generally less pressure. Like, I feel like in my evolution, I enjoy doing things that are artistic and creating, and so I want to do more of that and less of the, you know, knot in my stomach, holy, do it, you dig deep, you know, this is what you do, Danica. Like, I'm excited to let go of that and, like, just relax.
The legacy question has to be asked. What do you think it will be in terms of racing?
More than anything, I just hope they remember me as a great driver and that I was a girl. That is not something to be dismissed. I think that that's part of my story. I'm proud of it. It's helped me. It's hurt me. I just hope people remember me as a great driver.
And this summer, Danica Patrick will do something else that no other woman has ever done before. She will host the ESPYs live on ABC, presented by Capital One. It is Wednesday, July the 18th from the Microsoft Theater. It's the night where sports and entertainment collide, though that's sort of happening here today, too. Actor Chris Hemsworth, Thor, he also played James Hunt in the movie Rush. He's going to wave the green flag today. All right, so when you throw out the first pitch in baseball, the one thing they tell you is don't bounce it. What advice have you been given about waving the flag today?
Definitely don't bounce the flag either. Don't drop it. Trying to work out which hand we're going to use. Wave it in the right direction so you don't redirect the cars. There's a few things that are weighing on my shoulders, bit of pressure, but should be fun.
How long do you plan on staying up in that perch?
As long as they let me. They'll probably wave me back down again. I don't know. It's very exciting, though. This is the first time I've been here. I've been to Formula E in New York, which was great. Been to Monaco. This is the whole different thing again. It's wonderful.
How does this compare to Monaco? I mean, this is the biggest day in motorsports across the world. How does this experience compare to that?
Look, it's just as chaotic, and the crowd's just as intense and busy and excited. So they're very similar. Obviously, a far different sort of geographic setting, but the crowd's as enthusiastic as what was in Monaco, yeah.
Hey, just remember, don't drop it. Enjoy the day. So Chris will start the day with the green flag, but remember, for one driver, this is all going to end with an ice-cold bottle of milk. Marty Smith?
One of Indy's most iconic traditions arrives in a glass jug at 5:45 in the morning by the first people they let in the gates here on race day, the milk folks. For more than 80 years, nearly every Indy 500 winner has sipped from the glass chalice of tradition and showered his life-changing moment in white droplets of history. It all began in 1936 with Louis Meyer. His mother told him, on a hot day, drink buttermilk. Well, when he won the 500, he was hot, and like any good son, he listened to Mama. What he didn't know is in that moment, he penned history. And don't forsake Meyer's tradition. Ask Emerson Fittipaldi. In 1993, Fittipaldi chose to drink orange juice in Victory Lane to promote some orange groves he owned. They still haven't forgotten him around here. These days, all 33 drivers choose the brand of milk they want to drink in Victory Lane before they ever get in the car, just in case they get the opportunity to shower victory in history. Check it out. Here's the list of what the drivers hope for. Check out Ed Carpenter. He's going to go Louis Meyer on him if he wins. He wants that buttermilk.
You know, we go big here. We bring in the flags via the sky in this Memorial Day weekend. 8 jumpers, some of them veterans, 4 flags, all 4 corners. And when we come back, the most kissable bricks in all the land.
For over 20 years, United Rentals has helped customers work smarter and take projects to new heights, while making it our mission to support the communities where we live and work, and to give back to those who have served. Since 2016, we've partnered with Rahal Letterman Lanigan Racing to turn Graham Rahal's performance on the track into support for veterans. Our Turns for Troops program helps these heroes take their next steps forward, one lap at a time.
You didn't get a truck to do fake photo stuff. So get some Firestone tires and go do truck stuff. Try Firestone tires for 30 days. If you don't love them, we'll refund or replace. Whatever you drive, drive a Firestone.
Experience a world of exceptional performance. It's Steel Dealer Days. Pick your power, fuel or battery, and get great values on Steel hardworking handheld blowers.
Remember, Steel products are only sold by servicing dealers.
Steel Dealer Days are happening now. Search STIHL or visit steeldealers.com.
So you guys have recently started dating?
Yes.
Cool. I want to show you guys 3 Chevy SUVs. The first one is called the Trax. Great for when you move in together. And this is the Chevy Equinox. Perfect for when you 2 have your first kid.
Give me some time.
Okay. This is the Traverse. For when you have your 5 kids, 2 dogs, and 1 cat. Whoa.
5?
It's the Chevy Memorial Day sales event. Get an additional $750 on these select models. That's on top of most other offers. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Sunday, June 10th.
Name a reason you think Steve Harvey's a good kisser.
Lips. Kanye, Kim, and the Kardashians kick off the new season of Celebrity Family Feud. Sunday, June 10th on ABC.
Gotta have a feud.
The Indianapolis 500 pre-race show brought to you by United Rentals and their Turns for Troops program. It helps provide cutting-edge medical technology and rehabilitation access to military veterans. Turns for Troops, helping our heroes take their next steps forward one lap at a time. In no other world does the idea of getting down on your hands and knees and putting your mouth to road that's been run over repeatedly sound appealing. Unless, of course, you're in Indianapolis and that piece of road is the Yard of Bricks, which is also always a tough one to explain to the kids. No, don't eat that food off the floor, but yeah, let's go kiss some bricks. If you win this race once, you are a part of history. If you win it 4 times, you have rewritten history. AJ Foyt, Al Unser, Rick Mears, the only 4-time winners of this race, but we could add to that list today, Jan Beekes.
Yes, we could, and of course that would be Helio Castro-Neves, who just saw that graphic of the 4-time winners. Last year, he was within 0.2 of a second of pulling that off, but the cars have changed a lot since then. How do you rate your chances today?
Yeah, no, I like it very much. Shell Pennzoil machine looks strong. Definitely, as you can see, the weather is really, really hot. Something that the entire week that everybody's been practicing, it's a little bit different. So a lot of people, not only myself, but a lot of people started relearning the car during those conditions. But we feel that we have enough tools in the car to make that happen. So I'm excited. Let's get going.
Okay, so just quickly, is there anything to the fact you're not running the whole series in IndyCar? Does that in some way make you more laser focused on today?
Well, I feel that we have nothing to lose at this point. We're not thinking about points. We're not thinking about championship. We're just thinking about that big one, and we're going to make it happen.
And, of course, Helio will be easy to spot again this year in the Pennzoil colors, driving what he calls the Yellow Submarine, Nicole.
Well, Roger Penske collected his 200th IndyCar Series win with Will Power's win at the Indy Grand Prix just a couple of weeks ago. There have been 15 Penske IndyCar championships, but that big number when you drive for Roger Penske is 16. 16 wins at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. None of the guys who have the privilege of calling this race, Scott Goodyear, Eddie Cheever, and Alan Bestwick, if you are going to look at one team to win this race today, Penske is probably a pretty good place to start.
Yeah, those numbers sure do say a lot about the captain and his team here at Indianapolis. Nicole, what makes Roger Penske so good here?
Well, think about that. He started down this path many, many decades ago. He's had lots of great drivers drive. What's been the one consistent? It's been Roger Penske. He is unrelenting when he starts down a road, and he now has number 16, and today he's got 4 guys that could make it 17.
Now, Roger could be any place on the planet he chose to be today, but he chooses to be here at Indianapolis, and not up in the air-conditioned suite, but on the timing stand, calling the strategy for one of his race teams. So that passion for this race, how does that affect the drivers and the mechanics and the teams that work for him?
Alan, you ask anybody that works for Roger Penske, and they will tell you that Roger tells them the most important race to win is the Indianapolis 500. It is what defines the $21 billion Penske automotive empire. Now, the only guy that maybe doesn't have pressure on him here today to win is Helio Castro-Neves, because he's won 3 times. But for Penske's other 3 drivers who have won the Verizon IndyCar Series championship, they know that to retain their job at Team Penske, they're going to have an Indianapolis 500 victory on their resume.
All right, so 4 of the 33 cars in the field today are from Team Penske. Penske or the field?
On those odds, conditions today, new cars, the heat, I'm going to go with the field.
You?
I'm going with Penske every day, every race. With
you take the safe way.
Well,
I'm taking the very safe way.
Those 4 cars all qualified in the top 8 spots in the field. They'll certainly be contenders for sure. Let's hear from last year's champion who drives for Team Penske. Joseph Newgarden is down on pit road.
Well, Alan, you're right. He is the reigning champion. He won the championship in his very first year for Roger Penske. But when you drive for the captain, there's one job, and that's winning the 500. Do you feel that pressure when you're with this team?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I mean, I think you feel the pressure of the Indy 500 in general. But when you're running it with Team Penske, you feel that legacy. You feel the pressure to do your job for the group. And this one means the most. We get one opportunity every year to make this happen at this race. And Coming to Sunday for this race day, you've had 2-3 weeks to sort out your car. You got 1 day to get it right. So that pressure is enormous, but I think we have great cars. Team Chevy's done an amazing job for us this month. We feel like we have the power, reliability, and certainly the engine mileage, and we're ready to go today. The Verizon car is going to be quick.
All right, all 4 cars are really strong. Let's say all 4 cars on the lead lap are battling it out on that last lap. What's your mindset? What do?
You want to be in the right position. You know, we don't know yet if that's leading or if it's second or third. You don't really know yet until you run the race. You're kind of gaming that out throughout the entire process, figuring out where you want to be positioned. But look, if there's 4 of us on the lead lap battling it out, that's a good thing for Team Penske. And I can tell you, all these guys, they want it really bad. So we're going to run each other hard, but try and be very fair.
Yeah, how competitive is the battle between these teammates? Well, you would really call it an all-out war, and in this case, an autograph war.
Even though we're teammates, there's some lines you just don't cross.
Is this over?
This will never be over.
It really started when I signed the IndyCar at the Indianapolis airport.
When I took it to the next level, I'm signing a real race car.
Simon is so easy to bait. It's like taking the pole position from a baby.
Hey, Simon, that's a super cute signature. Check out this one.
I know if I push him a little bit, and that's what's fun.
Dear King Joseph, since I see that you've already signed your helmet.
You know, the helmet, that really hurt. That hit really close to home with me.
Simon, you gotta think bigger than that, bro.
He signed my house.
It's signed. Your move, bro.
And it really went up a notch.
I may have done it, Joseph.
Your move.
And Simon signed my front door. Who's gonna see that? The package delivery guy?
I'm gonna sign the bottom of your car.
I had to wait for his move. That's the game. It's your move, bro. So, Joseph, you do know where I am right now.
I signed. Your move, bro.
What kind of guy signs another guy's shoes?
I'm like a fox terrier, man. I never give up.
Did you retaliate?
I think he's getting a little fed up with it. I'm not.
Whatever. You know, April 15th, that was a particularly difficult day.
The next level was when I signed his mom. That really, I think that made him upset in a way.
I'm with Joseph's mom. Check this out.
I thought we agreed not to speak about that. You know, I was struggling to process it.
Hi, Joseph's mom.
Maybe anger, betrayal, but really just determination.
It's your move, bro!
Yep, that's the deadly weapon right there. And you drive by and all you can see is my signature on his banner. It's your move, bro.
You know, at this point, I thought I just needed to do something nice, like get his motor coach detailed.
Did you really?
Oh, I did it.
I don't know about this, son. Started. Are we getting pulled over?
Just make a legal U-turn down there.
Oh, what's up?
Oh, my God!
It's your move, bro.
When will this challenge end?
Well, I'm guessing with me taking the final checkered flag.
Yes. It's your move, bro.
Your move, bro.
When I'm gone, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. When I'm gone.
Mix and match the flame grilled Whopper with crispy chicken or spicy crispy chicken. The 2 for $6 mix or match deal. Only at Burger King.
Let's do this, huh? All right, use the muscles. I'm gonna get you. Let's go, buddy. Get the door. Get the door.
Drive pink at AutoNation.
What is speed? Let's agree on 2 things. Speed is what gets you there, faster. And speed always leaves a smile on your face. This is Speed. High-performance car care from Mothers.
Indiana is a state that works. You may be still learning about us, but you already know what we do. Beyond what we've already accomplished, we're working to take Indiana to the next level, building more relationships across the globe, keeping costs low, and investing in our infrastructure, workforce, and quality of life. Indiana is transforming the realm of possibilities for companies to compete in the global marketplace. Together, let's take your business to the next level in a state that works fast.
Name a reason you think Steve Harvey's a good kisser.
Lips. Sunday, June 10th.
Are you guys ready for some serious star power?
It's the new season of ABC's Sunday Fun and Games.
Who is this next to you? Want to introduce?
And it's never been more fun with Celebrity Family Feud, Pyramid, and To Tell the Truth.
I believe you.
Thank you, Octavia Spencer. It all starts Sunday, June 10th on
Network. ABC. Yes!
Welcome back to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the pre-race show presented by Pennzoil. Can you imagine Tom Brady winning the Super Bowl one season and then in the off-season switching teams and trying to come back the very next year to win it again, but with a different team? That's Takuma Sato. He won the Indy 500 last year with Andretti Autosport. He's back this year, but with Rahal Letterman Lanigan Racing. You would think that that would make him different. The chaos here is contagious.
The Indy 500 is about precision, measured in microseconds and razor-thin margins.
Just a few tenths of a second.
But into this order, some chaos must come. It begins with a brave 33. 33 drivers, some moving before moving. New cars, new names, new teams. Every year, exciting unknowns are welcomed at this iconic oval. New blood, wide eyes, Indy Light Champion. 3 top 5s in 3 months. Expectations through the roof. There are familiar faces in unfamiliar places. Kimball, 7 years of Ganassi, now with Carlo. Chilton led laps last year. Off you go. Jonesy, rookie of the year, not enough. New team, new team, new team. Even 2 champions will try to return to victory lane wearing the colors of a former rival. You drank the milk and still, new team. Few races have the power to upset the natural order of things. This track owes you nothing, but the call of these bricks is too strong for speed demons to ignore. Elio, back with Penske. Penske, climb the fence again. Daly, first race this year, make or break. Hildebrandt, so smart. Can he think his way to a victory? It's also a powerful way to frame a record-setting career. First lady of fast, so fast, but not here for 7 years. And drive off into the sunset, knowing you've changed the sport forever. One. Change comes in many forms. New car. Including one that puts skill above all else in the driver's seat. No one knows this car. To make sense of the chaos, one must focus on the known. That speed and danger are brothers. And your chance may come at over 200 miles an hour. So fast. Here, reward never precedes risk. And victory embraces but one. All of these drivers thirst for the same thing. Drink the milk. And from all this chaos, a resolution. The trophy of Borg-Warner. Measured precisely, forged in metal. Never to be forgotten.
35 drivers tried, but only 33 get the honor of crossing this very stage today. Are you ready to meet the starting field for the 102nd running of the Indianapolis 500? Bob Jenkins, take it away.
Thank you, Nicole. Here we go. Starting in 33rd position, driving the number 17 car in his 5th Indy 500 appearance, Connor Daly. He rocked the racing world with his daring rookie win at the 100th Indianapolis 500 in 2016, Alexander Rossi. And starting in his 2nd Indy 500 from Bassington, England, Jack Harvey. On to the 10th row, he was the youngest driver ever to win an IndyCar race, making his 11th Indy 500 start, Graham Rahal. He finished in third place last year in his first 500 from Dubai, the United Arab Emirates, Ed Jones. And returning for his third Indy start from Basildon, England, Jay Howard. And now row 9. His second place finish earned him Rookie of the Year honors in 2011, J.R. Hildebrand. Starting in his 10th Indy 526th position from Catalonia, Spain, Oriol Serbia. Competing in his second Indy 500, driving for Andretti Autosport in the number 26 car, Zach Beach. On to the 8th row, 2013 Indy Lights champion, competing in his 5th Indy 500 race, Sage Karam. In the middle of that row, driving the number 25 car for Andretti Autosport from Sheffield, England, Stefan Wilson. Here's the 2014 Indy Lights champion from Bogota, Colombia, Gabby Chavez. In row 7, 2013 Indy 500 Rookie of the Year and two-time runner-up. Starting in his 6th Indianapolis 500, also from Bogota, Colombia, Carlos Munoz. He finished 4th in last year's running of the Indy 500 from Regatti, England, Max Chilton. And competing in his 4th Indy 500 from Melbourne, Australia, James Davison. On to row 6, one of Canada's most accomplished international race car drivers from Guelph, Ontario, Robert Wickens. In the middle, 2017 Indy Lights champion from Santa Clara, California, Kyle Kaiser. His thrilling front stretch duel earned him last year's Borg Warner Trophy, the defending champion from Tokyo, Japan, Takuma Sato. Now in row 5 and starting in his 8th Indy 500 from Camarillo, California, Charlie Kimball. He's the most successful active American driver in open wheel racing. Winner of the 2012 Verizon IndyCar Series and 2014 Indy 500, Ryan Hunter Ray. And starting in his first Indy 500 from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, Zachary Clayman DeMello. On to row 4, now in his 13th Indy 500, driving the number 98 car for Andretti Berta Autosport, Marco Andretti. Starting in his first Indy 500 as the fastest rookie in the field, 2017 Freedom 100 champion from Brazil, Matheus Leist. Winner of the 2013 Indy 500 and 2004 Verizon IndyCar Series champion, it's TK Tony Kanaan. Starting row 3, he ranks 4th in all-time IndyCar Series wins. It's a 4-time Verizon IndyCar Series champion and winner of the 2008 Indianapolis 500 from Auckland, New Zealand, Scott Dixon. 3-time Indy 500 champion in 2001, 2002, and 2009 from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Here comes the Spider-Man, Elio Castroneves. And starting her 8th career Indy 500 in 7th position, returning for her first Indy 500 since 2011, and retiring from racing at the conclusion of today's event, Danica Patrick. Now moving up to row 2, he was Indy Lights champion in 2015, starting his 3rd Indy 500, Spencer Pigot. In the middle, the only IndyCar driver to win 4 consecutive championships from Le Mans, France, Sébastien Bourdais. And in fourth position, 2017 Verizon IndyCar champion and the current 2018 Series points leader, Joseph Newgarden. Starting in the front row, three-time IndyCar Grand Prix winner and 2014 Verizon IndyCar Series champion from Toowoomba, Australia, Will Power. The parade of Verizon IndyCar Series winners continues with the 2016 Series champion, also from France, Simon Pagenaud. And Indy 500 pole sitter for the third time. He clocked a blistering average qualifying speed of 229.618 miles per hour. From Indianapolis, Indiana, Ed Carpenter. There they are, fans, the starting field for today's Indianapolis 500.
And now they all get to relax, take a break, sit down, take that iconic photo. You know what? I bet someone might actually tweet a picture of that. And maybe someone might get some love from the fans on the other end, and then again, maybe not. And that's okay, because I think it would actually be boring if we did all just get along.
So, race fans, once again, how about a round of applause for the field?
Ryan Hunter-Reay is more boring than Ed Carpenter, which is saying something. I don't think the end of that 14 race was very boring.
Tony Canaznos has his own area code. Yes, it's 305, Miami area code. It has a beach and an unknown island.
There's no point in having a sexy party if Simon Pagenaud won't be a part of it. Totally agree. Have you seen my hip moves?
Joseph Newgarden, superstar. He's the perfect guy to be the face of your series. Handsome, likable, hilarious, great with media, brilliant. He needs to just come with me everywhere and be my hype man.
Robert Wickens looks like he would be on a local Remax billboard. Some endorsements, maybe? Remax? Hit me up.
Tony Canaan looks more like a wrestler than a racer. He's got an uneven ears, a big nose, and a thick neck. It's racing. I don't have to be pretty. I just have to be fast.
I bet that Ryan Hunter-Reay drinks skim milk, too. Hashtag Indy 500. You gotta love the fans, man. But I have drinking the milk, so.
Simon Pagenaud to me is like Jean Girard of Talladega Nights. I really want him to lose. Well, that's nice. Don't hate like that. Jeez.
Robert Wickens sounds incredibly Canadian. No doubt about it, eh?
Tony Canaan, nice try. We all know you're really Vin Diesel using a fake accent to try to fool all of us.
Yeah.
I love how all these people are suddenly in love with IndyCar because Joseph Newgarden is attractive. That's great reasoning. There's a second part of this tweet, and it says, for the love of God, Joseph Newgarden is not that attractive. I agree. That's really funny, actually.
Big. I seriously dislike Simon Pagenaud. Such a tool. Wow, what kind of tool? A hammer? A screwdriver? Hey, can't be loved by everybody, but I like you.
It's going to be potentially the hottest Indy 500 on record, a balmy 90-plus degrees. What you see right now, that's the other race that no one talks about today. The drivers drinking their fluids and making one last potty stop in case Mother Nature calls. There are 33 drivers and just two bathrooms. Now, when my husband was in this race, this was the part that I would always get very, very nervous, jittery. Becky Gordon, joined by her beautiful family, and Ryan Hunter-Reay. We actually don't care about you in this moment. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling good. I'm ready for it to get started.
Nerves of steel, this woman. Nerves of steel. It's about to get very real. Good luck. Beautiful family.
It's so good to see you.
We'll be back to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway in just a few minutes. We are live here on ABC.
Likeable, hilarious, great with media.
Well, I got scar tissue there. Same thing with any dent or dings on this truck. They all got a story about what happened to them.
I could feel the barbed wire was just digging into the paint.
Two bulls were fighting. Hit the truck.
Another ding, another scratch, be another chapter in the story.
Chevy Silverado, the most dependable, longest lasting, full-size pickups on the road. It's the Chevy Memorial Day sales event. Get a total value of over $10,000 on this Silverado All-Star when you finance with GM Financial. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
It's pretty amazing out there. The world is full of more possibilities than there's ever been. And the more you live forward, the more you need someone standing behind you. American Express has had your back for over 160 years.
Don't leave home without them.
Being there for moments big and small. This is about doing, enabling, partnering, so that you can get the most out of every moment, in life and in business, no matter whether it's your smallest need or biggest ambition. Because the more you take on the world, the more you need someone who's got your back. So whatever you do, wherever you go, don't take on the world without it. Don't fill up without it. Don't pay your vendors without it. Don't order a latte without it. Don't be your own boss without it. The powerful backing of American Express. Don't do business without it. Don't live life without it.
I'm leaving the track behind, but I'm not standing still. And with GoDaddy, I've made my ideas real. I made my own way. Now it's time to make yours.
Everything is working, just like it should.
The middle seat, rough if you're on vacation, but the best seat in the house if you're at Outback. Introducing the Aussie 4-Course, starting at $15.99. Hurry into Outback Steakhouse now because the Aussie 4-Course won't last long. Outback Steakhouse, Aussie rules.
A bizarre development in the stabbing deaths of 2 young boys. Officials have now charged their mother with the murders.
She was sent to death row for a crime that I believe she did not commit.
I didn't murder my children.
One event with 100 different perspectives.
There are enough holes in this case to drive a truck through.
She's either innocent or she's the devil.
The Last Defense premieres Tuesday, June 12th on ABC.
This is your ticket back. You cannot screw this up.
To save her career, this disgraced star will get together with this tough detective.
It'll be like we're a team.
We're not a team. Who's your friends?
From the creators of Castle.
Are you Samantha Swift from TV? Oddly enough, yes.
Rachel Bilson, Eddie Cibrian.
What are you?
Invisible.
If you say anything,
You'll shoot me.
In the summer's sexiest ride-along.
We're taking the cake.
Shut up. Take 2, a new series starting Thursday, June 21st on ABC.
The Indianapolis 500 Free Race Show, presented by Pennzoil on ABC. Pennzoil. Make the switch to Pennzoil Synthetics today.
My kids are little, but even my 4-year-old will spin you a tale about Indy. She's seen the pics of her sitting in her daddy's race car, but that's Indy. It's family, it's tradition, it's 54 years of being along for one hell of a ride. Here's Paul Page, the voice of this race for more than a decade.
How's the old saying go? If these walls could talk? At the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, these walls, they do talk.
This is ABC's Wide World of Sports.
This may be the day that a revolution is completely and successfully concluded.
For more than a century, they have framed history. And for the last 53 years, our cameras have captured that history. Every May, every corner of this place speaks to us, vibrating with the echoes and images of what they have absorbed. Sights and sounds have flickered to life in your living room.
I'm Jim McKay, speaking to you from one of the most exciting spots at one of the most exciting moments in all the wide world of sports. A.J. Foyt is going to make motor racing history, the first man ever to win this great race 4 times.
The rumbling of roadsters, the whoosh of a turbo, the scream of the turbochargers.
You are looking live at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
The voices of the men and women charged with covering history.
Mario Andretti at the bright red number 2, A.J. Foyt in second, Bobby Unser third. In one car, Indianapolis history, a woman driver, Janet Guthrie.
This proving ground of automotive innovation, this coronation ground for heroes. From AJ and JR to Rick and Elliot, Hunter, Andretti, Rahal. Their families have become a part of our family. We have celebrated with them. We have wept with them.
He hits the wall coming out of 4. Will he have enough to cross the yard of bricks?
Sometimes all at once.
Dan Weldon is going to win the race.
Indy is that rarest of high holy grounds, the kind that can so ruthlessly rip out your heart.
It's yellow, yellow, yellow.
Yet still lure you back for more. That's why so many have returned over the decades. Most of their identities lost to time.
Checkered flag is in the air.
Only that chosen, timeless few have had their faces forever frozen in a silver-plated joy. The barrier between standing among the legends or vanishing among the lost is as thin as an eyeblink.
He looks for a place to come by.
That was the most fabulous finish I've ever seen.
You just don't know what Indy means.
Thank the racing gods that you have been here to witness it. We thank them that we have been here to witness it with you. Yes, these walls can talk. They have seen so much. So what will we see together today?
You just won the Indy 500, baby!
We've been witness to Elio's climbing of the fence 3 times when Alexander Rossi won the 100th. Hunter Ray's 2014 win. How about Sato's redemption in the pouring of the milk over their heads by both Scott Dixon and Tony Kanaan? Jan Beekes.
And Nicole, former winner Tony Kanaan, of course, has switched teams now with AJ Foyt Racing. It seems like with all the smiles around Indy, it's been a good fit for you.
Yeah, I mean, we worked really hard over the winter. AJ and the ABC boys gave us all the tools, so hopefully we'll make it happen today. You know, we have a little bet going on, and we'll see. The bet will be, if I win this race, AJ's got to kiss me before the princess.
Wow. When you won here in 2013, don't know how to react to the old kiss situation, but when you won in 2013, it was 68 degrees. You never changed the car the whole day. You said in these temperatures, it's going to be a different game today.
Extremely concerning. I think everybody's not comfortable and everybody's worried. I talked to the guys in the green room. We definitely, there's the 33 guys. We don't know what to do. We don't know what's going to happen. We haven't been in these conditions ever the entire month. This is the hottest 500 since 1937, so we're going to earn our money today.
All right, and Nicole, of course, he's known as the Iron Man. It's a perfect day to have triathlon experience on this warm day.
Kisses, Nick.
Chevrolet Silverados lead the way for the ceremonial military lap. Chevy and its dealers proudly support all of those who serve. For more information, go to ChevySalutes.com. When we come back, Indy is speed, Indy is the milk, but it's also about the pomp and circumstance of a day unlike any other in sports. We have that for you live next on ABC.
A high-performance car like this, when pushed to the limit, won't settle for anything less than Pennzoil Synthetics. Designed to give you complete protection. For top engine performance. Pennzoil Synthetics. Make the switch.
There's a reason drivers have trusted Firestone tires since the very first Indy 500. Drivers like Haroon, Shaw, Foyt, Andretti, Rossi. Because while finishing is hard enough, it's winning that makes you a champion. Whatever you drive, drive a Firestone.
Watch this.
Motivate.
Knocked out. On to the second round as Durant throws it down.
LeBron in the left wing. Drives. Runner for the win.
Feeling alive. Motivate.
This
this can only mean one thing. The Gong Show is back. New incredible acts, celebrity judges, and one big gong.
What were you doing? Obviously, this guy's a quack.
The Gong Show premieres Thursday, June 21st on ABC.
Andretti Autosport has won this race 3 out of the last 4 years, but no driver named Andretti since 1969. Marco starts 12th. We are getting close to firing these engines. Let's head trackside. Dave Calabro.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats for the presentation of the colors and invocation. Ladies and gentlemen, to deliver today's invocation, please welcome Indianapolis Archbishop Charles C. Thompson.
Let us pray. Gracious and loving God, through all times and seasons, you are with us to guide us with your wisdom and to support us with your providential care. We take a moment this morning to thank you for your many blessings. Help each and every one of us to strive always for the greatest good and to live in such a way that builds up the human family. Today we welcome to our great city those who gather from around the world for the 102nd running of the Indianapolis 500. We ask you to bless the drivers, their teams, the officials, and the fans as you promise to hold us in your loving hands. Help them to be safe in this track and through the road of life. On this Memorial Day weekend, we commemorate your eternal care, the men and women who have died serving our country and the armed forces, and by their example, continue to show us the way to service, to a dedicated to the task that remain before us. God bless those who have died for our freedom. God bless all those gathered here for the greatest spectacle in racing. God bless America.
While the storm clouds gather far across the sea, let us swear allegiance to a land that's free. Let us all be grateful for the land so fair as we raise our voices in a solemn prayer. God bless America.
God Bless America, performed by Indiana's own singer, songwriter, and recording artist, John McLaughlin.
Memorial Day tends to remind us what we have: family and friends and fellowship and fun. But its greatest impact and true importance lies in what we don't have: the men and women who died to give us this life. Think about that. They literally